I am now live, is what it tells me. Good evening, as they say. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. If you're jumping on this evening, live, check in with me. Let me know where you're checking in from. And as always, make comments as we go along. Say hi, tell me where you're from, where you're checking in from. You can ask questions. The more interaction on these lives, the better they are, because I can share information with you, but I don't want to just talk at you. And questions get my juices flowing. That's what we want, right? To get to the juice. Anyway, I wanted to share tonight something that's kind of like it's in line. We talk a lot about, well, I talk a lot about, this group is a lot about finding some passion and purpose. I've talked a lot about my passion and purpose, which is this, exactly what I'm doing. Tonight, I thought I'd share a bit more of how you can get towards having more passion and purpose in your life by understanding why you're stuck, why you feel unfulfilled, and why you feel like you've got a lack of meaning, and what's holding you back. So, yeah, like I said, say hi if you're on and you don't want to be shy. Tell me where you're from. If you're watching this on the replay, you can also say hi. Just comment replay. It's telling me that somebody's made a comment, but I can't see a comment. Who's that? Maybe I'll have a look at my phone. One moment, please, caller. Let's see. Where are we? Paul. Hey, Paul. How are you doing, my brother? Calling from Canada. Whereabouts in Canada, my friend? Whereabouts are you? Let me know. It's actually easier for me to see the comments on my phone. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at the comments, so I can follow along. There's another comment there from somebody else. Bev and Ed. Bev and Ed. We love a bit of Bev and Ed. How are you two doing? And Dorina. Dorina, buenasera. Buena. I'm not sure I said that right, Dorina. I butchered it. I know I did that. But anyway, thank you for commenting. For some reason, the comments are not coming up on my screen on my laptop, but they are coming up on my phone. So that's cool. If you see me looking down, I'm just checking on your comments. I'm not texting my mates. Anyway, let's crack on. If you've got any questions, ask me while we go along. I will I'll be around for some questions at the end as well. So what I want to go with tonight is, we're going to go through the 3 reasons that you feel stuck, unfulfilled, and like your life is lacking a bit of meaning, and kind of how to fix it, really. Also, at the end, I'm going to tell you about, and I've created a new course. And what I want to do is create that course. I need it properly tested. And to properly test Romania, Dorina, lovely to have you here from Romania. To properly test it, I'm going to make an offer to a few people in this group to come and beta test that course with me as we run along through into the end of the year. So that's an offer that's going to come through to you. We're going to do that at the end. If you're watching this live, you can skip to the end and find out all about that. But stay to watch this content first. So here we go. I'll just get my notes that I wrote for us over here. So the number one reason it keeps you feel that you're feeling stuck or with a lack of meaning is you don't really know where to start, right? You haven't got clarity. Hey, Deborah, you were on this morning. Second time today. Good to see you. You were going to bed this morning when I was on live. Hi. Yeah, so the number one reason that I see where people are stuck in a rut, and they feel like they're sick of being where they are and they can't get out of where they are, is a lack of clarity. And the lack of clarity, it doesn't mean that you haven't tried. It doesn't mean that you don't, you haven't given a few things a go. But what it means is, or not but I should say, and what it means is, as you're not really, really clear on exactly what it is that lights you up and fires you up, and exactly what it is that you're aiming for. So until you've got that lack of clarity, like, you might have loads of options, and that might sound like a brilliant thing, but in my experience, loads of options can create confusion. This is like, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? Maybe you read some books. Maybe you've done a bit of work on yourself. Maybe you've got a few ideas. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. It's a lack of clarity. And I see it all the time. Now, the truth is, as I said, you might have tried a few other things. The truth is, without clarity on what you're going to move forward on, like, how are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to know what you do when you come to a junction, when you come to a fork in the road? How are you supposed to know which route to take? And even if you've done a lot of work on yourself, it's still, that might have created more options for you. And so that's the number one reason that I see that's holding people back, is lack of clarity. Even people that have done work on themselves. Like, I have a client that's done lots and lots and lots of work on herself, a lovely client. Sometimes she's on here. Lots and lots of work on herself. But because she's done so much work on herself, she'd given herself so many options that she didn't have a lack of clarity. So we went through a process. As soon as she got clarity on what lights her up, it made it so much easier, because it makes it easier to make a choice down the road. So if something that comes into your direction, you can easily go, that's not in line with my mission. Now I know what my mission is. So you can go, that's not for me. So clarity makes it absolutely, getting clarity makes it so much easier, because then you know what to focus on. You've got, okay, and you're not easily distracted, like, oh, there's this, there's that, there's that, there's that, and not going through what people say is shiny object. Sorry, I'm still checking my phone, by the way, for comments. What is shiny object syndrome? Like, oh, this seems like a good idea. And there's so much going on these days. You just have to scroll through Instagram for 10 minutes and you can have 1,000 options of things that you could do with your life. Mostly Bitcoin and FX trading at the moment, or drop shipping. But anyway, once you're clear, maybe that's what you want. But once you've got clarity, then you can understand that it gives you the freedom to make more choices and freedom to make the correct choices. So getting clarity actually gives you freedom, because then you free your mind from all the other shit that's trying to confuse you, right? So, number one, get some clarity, okay? So that's number one. Lack of clarity is what's holding you back. Number two, get some clarity and enable you to move forward so you can make easier decisions. Number two, this is a really, I've talked about this ever since this is a subject that's truly close to my heart, and I've talked about this since I kind of ever got into this business and got into coaching. Oh, let me say one more thing about clarity. When you start heading in a direction, it doesn't have to be that you're absolutely 100% pure on, you just have to have the biggest chunk of the idea, because as you go along, you will refine. So the other thing I just want to add to that is, what I see is people are waiting for perfection. And if you're waiting for perfection, it's actually a form of procrastination. So you're actually waiting because, oh, it's not perfect, it's not perfect, it's not perfect. So one of my old mentors used to say, ready, fire, aim, which means you get going, hello, Jane, good to see you. I see your husband's like getting jacked, showing us all on Instagram that he's doing his weights and stuff like that in the garden. Cool. So yeah, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, and you will adjust along the way, and there will be a few roadblocks. But the point is to get some clarity and get going, because, as I said, the rest is procrastination or waiting for perfection, and then you're still spinning around. You're still spinning your wheels and basically do fuck all, where you're busy doing nothing, and you're not moving forward. So that's number one. Number two, as I said, is a subject that's really close to my heart because I think it's a real big subject that goes around in our heads that doesn't necessarily that people don't necessarily see and people can't see from the outside. And what that is, number two, once you've got clarity, what you need to work out is what harmful habits and beliefs have you fallen into on your life path that are not supporting you and that are more harmful than helpful. So what that means is, what do you believe in yourself? What limiting beliefs have you given yourself? What habits are you in that are damaging to your life and damaging to the process? What habits have you got into that are holding back? And it could be something stupid. It could be something more serious. It could be something like, you're not keeping fit, so you're not sharp. You're not getting the right sleep. You got into a habit of watching too much TV at night. You got out of the habit of reading books. You got into the habit of listening to the shit that other people tell you. That's just not true. You got into the habit. Maybe you've got a bit of a victim mindset, and you blame and complain and justify your situation on other people. So number two, what I see what's holding you back and keeping you stuck and unfulfilled is the bad habits you've fallen into. And that comes down to feeling not worthy, limiting beliefs of you thinking I can't do this, or I don't understand it, or I'm not smart enough, or whatever. And also what falls under that category too is self-sabotage. So that's a harmful habit that I deal with a lot on with my clients, is understanding self-sabotage, because that is a bad habit that I'm not going to candy coat it and bullshit it. Self-sabotage is on you. You can point the finger all you like. Self-sabotage is on you. That's why it's called self-sabotage. If you're blaming, complaining, justifying, pointing your finger, all you're doing is making yourself into a victim, which is another terrible fucking trait. Okay? That one, I'm being hard and I'm being straight on it because I do feel very, very strongly about taking you, not me, you, taking radical responsibility for your habits, your behaviors, your self-sabotaging behaviors, and blaming other people, and acting like a victim. That is what's holding you back. There's always something you can do, even if it's just inside your head, because nobody has control of your thoughts apart from you. Now, your thoughts might be bad, your thoughts might be self-sabotaging. You have control of the thoughts inside your head. I don't, nobody else does. So that's number two, what I see people feeling stuck and like unfulfilled and like their life is lacking meaning, is that people have got into bad habits that are holding them back, self-sabotage and habits that are more harmful than helpful. Number two is, in a nutshell, get your shit together. How do we do this? How do we fix that? Number two is bring some awareness. Start bringing awareness to your thoughts. Start bringing awareness to your actions. Start bringing awareness to your behavior. Start bringing awareness about what you are doing to keep yourself stuck. Once you bring awareness to what you're doing that's keeping yourself stuck, you'll be amazed. And what I always say is, this stuff is like shadow. They're in the shadows. When you start shining a light on it, it loses its power, and then it can stop holding you back so much. So awareness is key in number two, and bringing awareness to your bad habits and what you're doing that's holding you back, or what you're not doing that's holding you back. So any questions on what I've said so far, fire them in the comments. You can see a few people are there watching. So if you've got any comments, then now would be a great time to add them in. I'm just checking there on my phone. My phone has got a little bit of a delay, which is cool because that means the comments come a little bit after my comments. We're going to go on to number three. Once you've got clarity on what it is that you want to move forward on, once you understand the habits that you've created or that you have, the limiting beliefs, and the big one, the thought that maybe you're not worthy of anything more, so you self-sabotage. Once you've got that and got an understanding of that, what it's then time to do is move forward. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Saw you doing some swimming the other day, I think, on Facebook. You weren't swimming on Facebook. You were posting on Facebook. You were swimming. So number 3, okay, number 3, the reason that you might feel stuck or unfulfilled, or like your life has lack of meaning, or you need some more passion and purpose in your life, is you've got no clear pathway. So we got the clarity of what it is. We got the understanding of what we're doing. What you don't have next is any clear plan or pathway. Because a lot of people say, you're with Sonia having wine, Nikki. That sounds awesome. Send us a picture. Drop a picture in the comments box of you and your wine. So once you've got that, if you don't have a clear pathway, what I see what's holding people back is they've got some ideas and they just don't have a clear pathway. They just think it's going to magically evolve. Okay, and you can. Coke to Sorrento. Don't understand that one. Coke to Sorrento. Don't understand that one. But anyway, I'm sure you'll explain. When you haven't got a clear pathway of where you're going and you haven't got a clear plan, you are kind of going, well, someday it'll happen, or I'll be okay, or it's going to work out. And maybe it will work out. Maybe the universe, God, higher force, whatever you want to call it, will work out your plan for you. I'm a big believer that there is an element of that involved, and you can help it by doing the element of taking your own action. So when you've got no clear pathway, you're not taking positive action, you're going to feel stuck. And some of this not taking positive action comes from and ended up in victim mode. I don't know what I can do. I can't do anything. I'm stuck. There's always something you can do, even if it's just inside your head. So that's number 3 of what I see is keeping people stuck and from moving forward, is that they've got no clear pathway. Or maybe you just decided to try something and you did something for a little bit and you decided, oh, fuck that doesn't work. Then you tried something else. You tried that for a little bit and you thought, oh, fuck that doesn't work either. And then you give up. And so that's the third thing that I see that's keeping people stuck and holding people back. How to fix number 3 is a little quote. Like there's a little quote from Lao Tzu, Chinese wisdom visionary. I don't know what you'd call them really. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step and one simple step. And I've always thought there's something to add to that quote, which I think is that's cool as long as the step is in the right direction. Because you can take a load of simple steps, but if they're in the wrong direction, you're going in the wrong direction. So once you understand what lights you up, once you understand the way to fix this, once you understand what's holding you back, you then start make a plan, simple, achievable steps, and take an action on purpose. So you now know what you're doing. And you're taking actions, achievable actions on purpose. Then you start to move towards your goal slowly, so you don't self-sabotage yourself, and on purpose. So you make some simple, uncomplicated, achievable plan. So that's the 3 things that are holding you back and the 3 ways to fix it. One way to fix it, get some clarity. Second way to fix it, understand what habits are holding you back, what limitations and self-sabotage you're doing to yourself. And number 3 is create a simple plan for moving forward. So there you go. Any questions on that? Kind of rattled through that a little bit quick, so I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Drop it in the comments box if you have. I'll be happy to answer. But yeah, like I said, it's about understanding. It's about understanding what you really want It's about understanding what you're doing that's holding you back. And it's about understanding that you don't have a plan. So get some clarity, start with some new behaviors, and get yourself a simple plan. Now, that is the basis. What I'm going to do, if I haven't got any questions, I'm going to move on, because I told you at the start that we're going to go through a program. Well, I'm going to tell you about a program that I've created. So basically, what the situation we're in now, right, is that we're 3/4 of the way through the year. And I want you to ask you a question based on what I've just said. How is your year going compared to where you wanted it to be at the start of the year? What I see happening at this time of year is people I look back and go, I started a few things and I'm not where I wanted to be. How long are you going to stay stuck? Are you sick of feeling like you're feeling where you are and you're not moving forward? What I'm here to say is there's still 3 months to go till the end of the year. What I see people do is go, oh, fuck it. There's only 3 months left till the end of the year. It's going to be Christmas soon. You know, if you're in the US, Thanksgiving's coming up, all that kind of thing, Halloween. So much going on. I'll just leave it and I'll start again at the end of the year. That's what I see happening. The reality is you've got 3 months, 90 days to turn your life around and hit 2024 as a new you, not start in 2024. Hit 2024 with you living your life with more purpose and more passion. And you can do that by doing what I've got told you. And most of what I just told you today, you can have in a free guide that's in our group, or I'll put in the comments box below this video. However, what I want to offer, what I'm going to do is I put this together into a course, a 3-month course. And what I'm going to offer for the people in this group is that I'm looking for, because I need to properly test it, I'm offering people in this group a 70% discount on the course. And what I'm going to ask you to do is we'll go through and we'll test it for 3 months, work out some kinks. I'll ask you to give me feedback. And all I'll be asking for you is that you give me some feedback and you apply yourself to the course, like I said. And you can have your life turned around by the end of the year and be living with more purpose and more passion by the time you get there, and not have to start all over again in 2024. So if you want to know more about that, course delivery, costs and charges, and more detail about the course, there's going to be 5 spaces at reduced level, 30% of normal cost. If you want to be one of those 5, then just put me in the comments box and I will contact you. We'll arrange a time, we'll arrange a call, and I'll explain all of the rest of the details to you. So yeah, if you're sick of being stuck where you are and you want to turn it around in under 3 months, you could be living a completely different life. It's up to you now to think about what we just talked about and take a step to ask yourself what's holding you back. Ask about limiting beliefs. Ask about bad behaviors, and take that step, because now the potential now, you have an opportunity in front of you. The potential now is for that voice in your head, that self-sabotage, to go, you can do it on your own. Don't worry, you don't need this. Even though it sounds like a good idea, you don't need this. You can do it yourself. So that's your choice. If you want to do that, cool, fine by me. You want to come along on a journey for the next 3 months to turn your life around and hit the new year living with more passion and more purpose, comment me below and I'll get hold of you and we'll sorry, I'm just reading a comment. And we will and then you can have your life turned around by 2024. Nikki, we want to know what to do, which way to go. Have a wine with us and advise. What I can do, Nikki, is we can get on a call and find out exactly what it is that you want, which way to do, and which way to do it. And if you want to do that, then I'm happy to do that. Get on a call with you and have a chat about which way you should go. And if you want to have a wine, we're on that call, and I can do that too. No problem. Okay, has anybody else got any questions? Any comments? You can, like I said, if you're watching this on the replay, you can still add your comments. But if I've got no more questions, then I will leave you there. 25 minutes. 30 seconds more for the comments. I can still go on and answer the comments after this anyway. So, Jenilyn, hi Jenilyn. So I want everybody to just if you're on this, Jenilyn has just joined us. Jenilyn is an amazing, beautiful person. Jenilyn is my VA, so she's my virtual assistant. She's from the Philippines, and she does loads of work in the background, keeping this rolling, doing admin, doing, creating, doing some marketing, creating adverts, she does all kinds of things, doing follow-ups and all kinds of things in the background. She's an amazing person. Jenilyn, good to have you on here. But she does work for me in the background, and she is amazing. So no doubt in the future. Hi, Jenilyn. Yeah, say hello to everybody. She's amazing, and you will hear more from Jenilyn in the future. So yeah, she does an amazing job in the background, keeping the wheels turning. Because I hate that kind of shit, all the spreadsheets and yeah, no, not for me. But Jenilyn does that kind of stuff. So anyway, good to have you here, Jenilyn. If there's no more questions, it will be what's going to happen now is now we finish this. Jenilyn's going to take this, load it up as she does every week, load this up onto my YouTube channel, which you can also go and join. So we can send out this. So it's on a YouTube channel, so we can send out. We also have a YouTube link that I can send out, and I will do on email over the next couple of days. And Jen will be doing that in the background. So all good. Right. I think that's enough. If there's nothing else, I'm going to check out. As I said, you can still come back to me with comments on the replay and in the comments box, and I will come back to you. If there's nothing else, I'll see you again next time. Okay.